we're back, and today we're going to welcome to Late Morning Latte Dr. Don Betts, President of Northeastern State University. Thanks for being with us today.
Great to be here, Jerry. Thank you.
Back in the fall, we had the opportunity to visit a little bit about all the excitement and so forth coming up with NSU, a lot of great things happening. And so today, President Betts, we wanted to have you on the show just to kind of recap 2009 and talk about so many exciting things. And maybe in the next segment, we'll talk a little bit about 2010. But how about 09 in review?
Well, it's a whirlwind, and we're just sort of catching our breath now with the Emerald Ball over. That's the official ending of the year's activities. The centennial year at Northeastern State University was a rousing success by any measure. I think that we ended up remembering our past in the most appropriate ways, the creation of Centennial Plaza, the opportunities that we had to honor a number of different individuals through the year, the guests that came and spent time with us through the year, and of course the Emerald Ball was a wonderful experience. Homecoming this year was a great success as well. We had large turnout of a number of people. Some people had not been on the campus in 20, 30, or 40 years. So if you add up all the different activities that kept us all up very late and working very hard, I think we can look back and say it was effort well spent and the outcomes were what we hoped for.
And moving beyond just, and the events were marvelous and so many great things, and probably one of the coldest golf tournaments for the alumni on tournament.
It kept people moving, didn't it?
It certainly did. We were anxious for the last hole to be played that day, I can assure you. But let's talk just for a minute about a lot of great initiatives this year that are connecting Northeastern State University with not only here locally in Tahlequah, but connecting or reconnecting us with the region. I know you and the president of Connors, Dr. Nero, have some great exciting news and some things going on actually in the last few days, a big announcement, and we're moving outside of just the boundaries of Tahlequah and really connecting.
Well, you know, we've always been a regional player, and having 3 campuses in 3 different locations serving 3 distinct populations, we've had the opportunity to make partners, as we should, with a variety of other entities. And part of our initiative was labeled as a smart choice work over this last several months, where we were connecting up with community colleges and 2-year colleges in the region, Tulsa Community College being one. And of course you mentioned Connors State College, where our good friend Dr. Donnie Nero is president. And both Connors and Northeastern serve Muskogee in that area and have Northeastern since 1993. We're actually inviting Connors State onto the Northeastern Muskogee campus, where they're going to erect a smaller 3rd building, a student services building that will sit right in between the Scinar building and the original building, and it will provide a variety of services, including the library. But that means that Connors students will take many of their classes on that campus, and many of them will matriculate into our work. In fact, as early as January of 2010, the nursing students, the associate degree in nursing students, will begin to spend time in the Scinar building and on our campus. So we talk often about collaboration in higher education and across the state, about how we need to make our resources work better for all of us all the time. I think this is a real win for Connors students, for Northeastern students, for the people of Muskogee and the surrounding area, and for the state of Oklahoma, because the 2 institutions have found the appropriate common ground, and I have a great partner in Donnie Nero and Connors State.
So a lot of exciting news for Tahlequah and our campus here, but I like that connection going back to Muskogee and even Broken Arrow. There's a lot of collaborative efforts, and especially in health professions this year. Seems to be a lot of excitement here on this campus. Dr. Marty Veneman and all the programs that he's developing, and as healthcare is a huge issue and gets a lot of attention, it sounds like NSU is going to be even a larger player in the future of health professions.
Well, we think so. You know, as we lay out our plans for the future, we know that this region needs to be served more completely in the healthcare area. And I'm not just speaking about the obvious, like number of doctors, number of nurses, but the full range of healthcare professionals. If you look at the projections over the next several years, not just for Tahlequah and Cherokee County and the eastern counties, but also Muskogee and Tulsa, is that the needs are dramatic. And it's going to take all of us working very hard in order to be able to meet the increase in the healthcare needs of the people of this region. You have to prepare those people in advance in order to hold those positions in those professions. And NSU is going to be one of those players and will continue to be. So you mentioned Dr. Martin Veneman, the dean of our College of Science and Health Professions. His vision dovetails very well with ours to be a very strong regional player and impacting the lives of real people in real time in these places that we serve. We both know how historic this institution is.
Absolutely.
And how many thousands of people call this institution their alma mater. But we also have a deeper connection, and that deeper connection goes to serving the needs of people who aren't even with us yet, the children who are yet to be born, the people who moved into this area. Healthcare is going to be a challenge, continuing challenge, and NSU not only ready, but willing and eager to play its appropriate role.
It's going to be an exciting kind of component to how we are part of the answer to the challenge that's out there in health profession, NSU and its resources and its vision for the future. Over this last year, last semester especially, we've had an increase in enrollment coming back up, trending back up here in the Tahlequah campus and the other campuses too. Give us a brief overview of how that's been so important, and it's a great response. I know you've had a great team of people working to re-energize the enrollment.
I think it's been an example of when people pull together what's possible. There had been a trend toward declining enrollment over a couple of years, and this year that trend reversed. We know that there are a number of people coming back into the educational system because of the challenges in the economy in general, but the gains that we have made in virtually all sectors is really encouraging. We have to obviously reinforce it in that area, and especially at a time where the resources of the state are at a standstill and probably will not increase. This institution, as others, have to devise ways to increase the amount of revenue available in order to train students and to educate them for the future, and increasing enrollment is help. This year, of course, we had a standstill tuition in terms of tuition increase, and remains to be seen what will happen in the future. But again, how do we aggregate the resources we need in order to serve the people, which means the courses can be offered, the labs that can be open, the external experiences students have to have in order to be successful in their various areas. So I think you're going to find us being as nimble, creative, and imaginative as we possibly can be, because I think that's the formula for success, not just for Northeastern, but for the state of Oklahoma.
And it sounds like we're going to have this continuing collaborative effort between Tahlequah community and campus and Broken Arrow and Muskogee, and it's just going to get better for all of us.
And that collaboration that you rightly speak of is not just with other institutions, but also other entities, healthcare facilities in this region, Cherokee Nation, a very strong partner for us, and a variety of others. It's really going to be helpful.
We're going to be back in just a few minutes with Dr. Betts, and we're going to talk a little bit about the year 2010's coming up very quickly.
Good.
And more exciting news and opportunities here at NSU and Tahlequah. We'll be right back.